Okay, in this short video I'm going to show you an application by the name of Algebra Touch. So this is available on the App Store and also on our self-service kiosk. Okay, so what we've got here then is, is the app, and it's pretty straightforward. All you've got to do is hit the plus button and they'll all add these things together. So if I have 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 14, I should get an answer of 17. Looking up at the top left-hand corner here, you see if I click on this, now obviously I'm using my finger to tap on the screen on my iPad. There's a whole lot of things that you can do here that look at algebra and how they're used. So like and unlike terms, negatives and multiplication. And there's just some good practice here of you practicing using negatives and positives. So for example, now it's no good just going click, click and doing that, right? There's no use in doing that. The idea is that you think about it before you do all this addition. So negative 17 plus 1, well, that combined is negative 16. So you need to be thinking about the answer before you put them together. What's negative 16 plus negative 3? Negative 19, I think. Fantastic. And, there's I don't know how many options there are, but there's plenty of work for you to do. Negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. Okay, good. Negative 2 plus negative 15 is negative 17. Okay, so that's an example of some of the ways in which this works. I'm going to look at like and unlike terms in terms of algebra. And what you should know by now is that I can only add like terms. And by like terms, we mean things that both have an x in this case or no x in this case. And these things are called constants because it doesn't matter what x is, that is consistently a 14 and that is consistently a 16. Like terms means I can add the 13 and the 16 together with the x, and 13 plus 16 is 29. So when I touch the plus button here, I should get 29x. And when I add these two together, I should get 30. Okay, and that's the answer. Notice there's nothing else to do. I can't add the 29 and the 30 because this has an x associated with the 29. This doesn't. Let's do another one. Now, what you can see here is that this app requires you to put the x's together and the constants together before you can press plus. If I press this plus here, what happens is it gives a wiggle, meaning you can't do that operation. All you need to do is grab this one by just placing your finger on it and then dragging it next to the 19. Now I could put it there. Okay, I could also put it there. It doesn't matter in which order you put it. And I want to get this 9 and put it next to the 15. Okay, again, I could have brought the 15 from there over to the 9 originally. Doesn't matter as long as we've got pairs of like terms. What's 19 plus 11? 30. So 30x, and this one will be 24. And that's all I can do. I can't add an x and a no x together. So you can keep practicing this, and the idea is that every time you've got to get the like terms together before you do the adding. It's no good just sitting here and clicking the plus. It's a waste of your time if you just press plus, plus, plus and see what works. You need to be thinking about the answers before you do this. That is 19, and that is 21z. Okay, and all you're doing is checking yourself. That's all you're doing. Let me show you some other ways in which we can use this. So multiplication is another one we might use. Okay, now with the multiplication, I can multiply numbers. So 9 4s are 36, and I should get 36y. And 6 times 36, now you might need to do a bit of thinking about this. Well, 6 times 30 is 180. 6 6s are 36, so what's 180 plus 36? And the answer is 216. Let's check it. Great. Okay, now 10 times 1 is 10. 10 times z is just 10z. Okay, so an easy one. And some of these get a bit more difficult. Now it doesn't matter if I do 7z times 8 I could do 7z times 5. I could drag this 5 right over to the front if I wanted to. Like terms aren't relevant here because I'm multiplying. So 7 5s are 35z, and 35 lots of 8. Again, 8 times 30 is 240, and 8 5s are 40, so that should be 280z. Now, I won't go through any more really, but just to see that there's a whole lot of things you can do here. It's all great practice. If I want an explanation, how it all hangs together, so I'll choose another sum. I'll just press the explain button. Okay, and it's going to give you a couple of examples. And what you can see is it also gives you the factors. So 15 is 3 times 5. Okay. So we're using an asterisk, it says here, just in terms of showing what's going on. So there's a whole lot of ways in which you can use this app. It's a great app that I think is well worth using, but as I said before, you have to be thinking about the answers before you click on the answers, and that way you'll get the most out of this app. I hope it works for you.